Blessings. Welcome to this unique guided meditation happening today on this divine 11th day of Emosh, aka April 23rd. The pink full moon is here, and I am reporting from the Northern Hemisphere, so the full moon will officially rise when that moonrise time happens later on this evening to prepare and to make an offering to all of you, my divine beloved beings. I wanted to offer this guided meditation so that we can tap into the divine genius that is on this beautiful day. So, as a preparation, I want to invite you to go grab yourself some crystals during this time on the full moon. It's a really amazing time to rehydrate your crystals using the moon's energy. So, I invite you to prepare your environment, collect those crystals, dig them out of your bag, and put them by the windowsill or make plans to go out this evening and take them into the moonlight. Today, I have two energies that wanted to join us. Firstly, this beautiful green stone here. I was going to say it's jade, but I don't think this is jade. I think this is a different stone, and the name is leaving me for at this moment. So I will update the details in the comments. But this particular energy is always very heart activating for me. And so it wanted to come and join us in addition to this beautiful flower rose quartz. And these two are going to be grounding this guided meditation on this full pink moon. I really wanted to honor that pink color and also the heart space that is getting cracked wide open right now during all of these very activating moments in Mother Earth's evolution. So, as we begin, I wanted to just share a little wisdom with you, and then we can move into our meditation. To prepare you, I want to invite you to, in addition to those gemstones, also bring some water. And in a moment, I will share why that is so important. So go grab yourself some water. Two, one, drink, could consume. So water that's safe to consume. And then another vessel, cup that will be used to just kind of have the water here available. So I'm going to do that with you here. I used my water, that is my consumable water, and now I'm going to set it aside specifically for its absorption of the codes that are going to be shared today. And why do we want to do this? We want to do this because today is a water energy, but its element is actually air. So let's talk a little bit about today's energy 11 emosh. Now, the number 11 is known for its chaotic energy. It's known to be kind of that energy of chaos. I'm just looking over to my bookshelf so that I can pull out this 8 calendars of the Maya. This is literally the most phenomenal piece of scientific wisdom. It's just profound. We're gonna do a book club on this and really dive into it deeply come this fall. So if you're interested in joining us, we invite you to do that. So I'm pulling it out so that I can reference number 11 for you through the lens of Maya wisdom. They are the ancient technology that I like to kind of bring forth into the present to help guide and ground my channeled messages because I'm receiving a lot of knowledge from our home planet, the Seven Sisters. And so I just wanted to share their wisdom. So on this day of 11, it's called the day of the Hun Lahun. And as the energy of Hun and Lahun meet, chaos ensues, bringing release and healing of imbalance. The number of the healer who balances. And it is also only what serves the highest good, carrying through to the upper layers of the energy. Also, when we think about 11, it's two number ones. So all the energy of the one is also represented in the 11. And so when this new sprout, this newness of one, comes in contact with the newness of others, of another, then we have this divine story of creation expressed, the Hun Lahun, that was referred to in the text. And so it is kind of this coming together of this sprouting of the new and bringing forth this healing and addressing the imbalance. This is really powerful right now because this is where we are moving into. This is what's birthing itself right now. The intentional connection to the heart's voice, the soul's driven urges, that which is innate and intrinsic within us. And it is a voice that's speaking to the point where our throats are expanding, and with the heart space expanding into speaking our truths, standing in our truths, and activating what I like to refer to as our divine genius. And so at this time, specifically here, when this energy of the new moon, the full moon, but it feels like a new moon because it feels like the newness. Full moons are always about kind of this like fullness of energy, the illumination, the full illumination. And because it represents the fullness, it gives us a time to assess and reflect about all that we've accomplished as we then go through the moon cycle once again, right? Going towards the new moon. The energy of this full moon is all of this bigness is literally birthing new into our lives. And so it being informed by the energy of Scorpio brings to us the ability to connect to our divine genius that's birthed through our creativity and our inability to take action through that divine electricity. And this divine electricity actually allows us to light up our soul. It is this divine feminine creatrix, the creator of life. It is her who is literally assisting us in this birthing energy. And she is, helping in this coexistence to, through that divine electricity, activate our energy. And with the information and the wisdom and insight of the Scorpio energy that's available to us right now, we have full activation of our heart and our sacral, full activation of the womb space. So there are many feminines that are menstruating at this time, that are in their full moon, and they are shedding all of that. If you are not a menstruating feminine, you are going to receive a lot of activation in your womb. And if you are not a physical, biological feminine, your feminine energy in any gender, or perhaps we don't want to refer to gender, maybe instead we want to say biological anatomy, all of us have a womb. That space beneath the belly button, that connects to our coccyx, the end of our spine. That whole area of our womb space is a very powerful energy that a lot of watery wisdom lives. And in this watery wisdom, this sensual, creative, passion driven wisdom lives in all of us. In all of us. And so it is kind of the locus of the driver of the spiritual intelligence or the process of spiritual enlightenment that is being provided with full illumination for us. And this beautiful pink moon, the pink moon very much represents springtime. So again, I'm in the northern hemisphere and we have beautiful flowers blooming everywhere. And it's a really amazing symbol because many years ago I received the message that we are the flowers of earth. Mother Earth views humans as the flowers of earth. We are so beautiful to her and to the creators of creation in this dimension. And so, in this guided meditation today, I really want to lean on the wisdom of Scorpio, this uh, sensual diving into the deep waters to, come into the light, full phoenix, full spiritual awakening and enlightenment, to help us in really grounding our connection to our ancestors and giving them veneration, giving them full respect and with the utmost honor for their presence in our life because they are here, they are walking this with us, and there is spiritual warfare going on. The new earth is already birthing itself, and those that have been holding the energy want to keep control in the way that they have been. And since this is no more, Mother Earth has already said, and now we are in this full ascension process because the law of nature is the law of consent. So Mother Earth needed to consent, and she, with no judgment, has allowed these energies that are parasitic in nature that want to take in control and consume. And it's just about consumption. Rather than a feeling of interconnectedness with life. And it is the protective feminine. It is that warrior-esque mother who's like, oh, you mess with my babies? I'm here to get you. You better watch out. And in addition, the masculine needs to, she asks that we utilize the masculine qualities to protect the feminine, to imbue the wisdom that they hold, to be the protector, to hold the sacred container, to be warrior and strong enough to be able to hold that which is sacred, the feminine, and all of creation. And so we protect the feminine with our generosity, our returning back to our interconnectedness, and the creation of systems in our personal life that will mimic the external societal norms we want in this heart-centered new earth reality. And that is like gonna make me cry because we're ready. We are so ready. We are ready to move beyond the fears of the unknown. We trust the waters and her wisdom and the way that she literally births life. We trust the murkiness of the waters because we know that the mysteries live in the darkness. When we don't fear the darkness because we recognize it is simply the other half of the light. It is a complementary expression of all that is. So, as we come to this moment with acknowledgement that all that is hidden is not to fear, but that is an opportunity for an adventure into the unknown, to explore something new and to birth something new, is this message that is being received today on this divine pink full moon, on this 11th day of Emosh. Thank you so much, energies of Emosh. I didn't get a chance to even go into that to share with you about Emosh, but let me just share that really quickly because it will make more sense as to why I mentioned all the things I just did about the water. So I talked about the energy of 11 and the chaos, but the energy of Emosh is the energy of the ocean. It is all of her sea creatures. It is the electrical energy that is created with the air and the creation of waves. And Emosh is known as the crazy one because it is the energy of change. It is the energy of air and water connected together to move the change of life because water is life. And it is represented by the hurricane. It is represented by the neural pathways in the brain. It is also known as the most psychic of all of the energies. And I am very honored to carry this energy as my own, as my central energy, that which guides my soul. And so I have a very intimate relationship with this energy. And I feel very honored to host this guided meditation, this time for us to come together on this day of 11 Emosh, that is the energy that I walk with, the wisdom that I carry, the wisdom of the telepathic, psychic kind, the wisdom of the waters, the wisdom of life itself, and the way that the waters and air create mist of change, the mist of transformation. And that's something that has been a very powerful energy in my life, even though I did not have an awareness of it until more recently, as I ground a lot of this channeled wisdom in connection to the ancient wisdom of the Maya. They are the closest ancient ancestors that I have in this earthly realm. So, if you would like to join me in this meditation, I invite you to take a sip of that water that you connected to, that you gathered specifically for this moment. And now that it's filled with all of these amazing codes about the energy of today, allow yourself to just connect with it further by holding it for a moment and connecting to your intentions for this moment of now. What do you want to receive? How do you want to be nourished? How do you want the waters of life to renew you? Just give you a moment to connect with that. And when you're ready, take some sips of your water. If possible, minimum 2 to represent the 2 ones that represent 11. Challenge yourself to 11 drinks if you'd like to do that. I decided to challenge myself. Take those 11 sips. So as you ground into this moment, now nourished with all of those codes, now merging with your own, we're going to use the waters to activate your waters, activating the wisdom that lie within you, dormant and ready to be expressed. As you connect with yourself in this moment, either placing your hands on your sides, on your knees, comfortably rested, or I like to bring my hands to my heart space to just really bring the energy into my heart, and then closing our eyes, allowing the visuals to close from the external world and bringing them into the internal. Before we begin, we ask for permission. Mother Earth, energies of Emosh, we would love to communicate with you, commune with you, connect. We ask for permission. We do so with an open heart, with an authentic heart, and with pure-hearted intentions. We ask that you allow us an opportunity to connect more deeply with the divine electrical energies of this dimension, of your earthly realm. And we thank you for providing us this playground to explore, to create that which we desire. As you settle into this moment of now, just bring your awareness to your nose as you breathe in air through your nostrils, noticing the subtle ways that it travels through your nasal passage to the back of the throat. The way that it travels downward into your chest, and the way in which your chest and stomach are rising and falling. And take some intentional moments to just notice the way that you breathe. Is it long and slow or quick, prompt? Taking a moment to take in a deep breath to intentionally bring the energy and the breath to a more calmer pace. As you settle more into your seat, whether you are on a chair or sitting in a cozy area, or maybe even decided to lie down. Whatever position you find yourself in this moment, taking chance to just connect to your unique rhythm. Settling now into the heart space. Let us take some collective breaths together so that we may, with intention and consent, interweave our experience with each other amongst time and space in this moment of now. And on 3, I invite you to release all the air from your lung, tucking in the belly button ever so slightly, so that it is, as the elders say, when you do breathe in, you are creating a brand new breath of life. So let us honor this process in 3, 2, 1, tucking in your belly button, breathing into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, holding that breath for a moment, giving so much gratitude to the earth body and all that it does for us. Breathing out slowly out the nose. Taking in another breath to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pausing. This time giving gratitude to Earth Mother and all that she provides, all that she creates. Breathing out slowly out the mouth. This time, let's breathe in with the open mouth. Breathing out the open mouth. Awakening the third sight within the body. And now that we have a moment for this connection, let us take a moment to dive into the body. Dive into our waters and explore this space together, supported by one another. And as you breathe in and breathe out slowly, begin to envision yourself traveling from the heart space to the stomach. And as air, you continue to fly through this space downward and downward into the waters. And moving from air to water, you begin to adjust your breath to this different elemental environment. You notice that you can breathe with ease, but your movements are a bit slower. And so as you move from shallow waters deeper into the depths of the darker waters, you realize that as you traveled from the heart into this water space, you collected the sun, the energy of the fire that lives in your stomach, and now you have a torch in your hand. And this torch is magically able to light the way, even in the waters. And so you can breathe with ease and you can see with ease here in the depths of the darkness. And so your light leads the way of what you see. And your vision is clearest with the contrast of light against dark and light in dark. And as you move through this deep and dark waters, you start feeling a little uncomfortable. You start not knowing where you're going and feeling a little afraid. And that feeling of being afraid starts to increase. And you pause for a moment. And as you pause for a moment, you notice that everything around you is very easily visible. But just beyond it, nothing. Emptiness, darkness. And you take a pause to acknowledge And in an instant, it's almost like the darkness is speaking to you. You hear, I am the new. I am anything that you want. I am the void. Use your light to create what you desire here. Feeling relaxed and curious, you decide to dive deeper. Now that you've swum from the shallow waters, you feel more skilled to dive deeper and with more quickness. And with your torch in hand, you begin with wonder, envisioning in this darkness all the things that you want to create in this space of potential. And it is no longer scary, it is mysterious, adventurous, and even sensual, as you're reminded of the darkness of the womb space, of the inner parts of the seed, the potential of life that lives here. And you decide to, instead of searching, to simply swim. And your swim becomes joyous. And in this darkness, you're not afraid because you can see. And you are free and you can move fluidly in any direction. And you decide to start practicing flips and kicks and dancing underwater. And begin to play here, play in this space of the unknown. And as you do so, you realize you're just having so much fun that the torch has left your hand and everything is dark. But you're dancing and in so much joy, it feels so good with all this freedom. All of the things you ever desired began to illuminate more in your vision. And as you bring those thoughts more and more into your heart space, you are teleported to this moment of your vision. And as you notice all the things that you were desiring, present, real, and in the moment, you're filled with so much gratitude because you realize that everything you desire is within you and can be created through divine action when you choose. And it is like an electrical charge that is filled with your body, and you start running, and you're running, and you're running, and you are completely in bliss. And you're running, and you are feeling the moonlight and all of its glory and beauty shine upon you, illuminating the darkness and allowing you to feel nourished, seen, and in love with life. And as you continue to travel in this grateful bliss state, your body dissolves and you are just pure electrical energy. Your electrical energy that is part of the moon itself, part of the waters and the waves and the currents, part of the sun and the earth. And you feel yourself not just a solitary energy anymore, but you are literally part of the whole planet, all of life. And it is here where you see and recognize your ancestors. And with so much love, you embrace them, you are rejoicing, you are in celebration because you recognize how strong you are when you work together. You're reminded of the interrelationship, the dependence you have on one another, that our growth is their growth and their growth is ours. And as we rejoin in this family of light and love on this planet, we are reminded and fortified of the strength that lives. And we are fortified in our truth of the strength that we hold and our ability to move past the warlike energies that want to interfere. But we know they will never be able to interfere in the strength of this bond. When we activate our DNA at this time, we activate the waters, we invoke the waters. We call the energies of emotion. And we ask it to bestow upon us any wisdom that it has for us in this moment. As we are merged with all that is on planet Earth, we connect to the energies of waters and life. We are reminded of our role to protect the waters of life and reaffirm a new commitment to protect and to honor and respect as an ambassador of Mother Earth. And in return, through generosity, Divine Mother, she gives us everything we desire to create. It's never a win or lose, it is always a win-win. Aho. And as we take a moment for a few breaths, a few more moments to receive our divine message from the energies of Emosh and Mother Earth. We bring back the truth that in order for change to take place, chaos or feelings of chaos must also be present. They work together as a team, allowing yourself to be reaffirmed of your team, your ancestors that are on your team, then you can call upon it anytime. They ask that you do not forget them. They ask that you see them. They want to be seen just like you want to be seen. They ask to please acknowledge them and to utilize their wisdom so that we all can ascend together. Allowing us to take in a deep breath into the chest, holding it for a moment, really giving so much reverence for all that is our ancestors, our life, Mother Earth. Breathing it out slowly out the mouth, feeling it coming from deep in our belly, bringing it all the way down from our womb space out, releasing any energies that we no longer need as we come back to this moment in time. Wiggling our fingers and our toes. Thank you so much for joining in this full moon meditation. Please connect with me at Self Love Creatives on Instagram. I have lots of other gatherings I would love to invite you to. And I wish you the most divine pink full moon. Don't forget to love yourself today and every day.